We're rolling.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Nerdbuzzed.
Nerdbuzzed doesn't condone the consumption of alcohol by any persons under the age of 21. Please drink responsibly.
Welcome to Nerdbuzzed, the podcast where we talk about all the nerdy stuff that we care about and drink a cool frosty brew while we're doing it. I'm your host, Marcus Ellinger. With me, as always,
Jeremiah Johnson.
And once again, he's in the intern camp. Give yourself a shout out.
Oh my God.
That was loud.
That was
I
bad.
wasn't expecting
That
it
was
to
so
be
bad.
loud.
Everybody's so glad you're here, Jack.
Yeah, I am too.
So we tried to figure it out. What episode is this?
126.
Nice. So this episode we're gonna talk about E3 a little bit. I think.
Yeah,
Just
we
kind
were
of chill out, drink beer, talk
having a
about
little
E3.
bit of a debate on whether we talk about it or not, and I just think there's a lot to talk about this time, which I usually don't say about E3.
Oh.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think this was a very good E3, like compared to the past few years.
Very nice.
I think this has been a great year.
Just in gaming in general.
In just nerd stuff in general.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had some amazing movies.
Yeah, I'm a
Well,
little
yeah.
less on the awesome movie front, but I think
What do you mean?
they've been good, but they haven't been super
Oh
amazing.
my God.
Well, who knows? We
Black
still have
Panther
like
was okay.
6 more months.
Infinity
oh God,
War
we're-
was very okay.
It's June.
Ant-Man is coming out, on the 6th, I think, of next
Yeah.
month?
Oh,
That's
God,
the one
it's
I'm
June.
really excited for.
Oh,
So
God.
Marvel needs to lighten
Black
up.
Panther was okay. Infinity
Yeah.
War was awesome.
It was okay.
It was
very
It was
awesome.
okay.
awesome. It was awesome.
It was awesome.
Majority
Solo
role.
was awesome.
Yes, I did. That's hands down my favorite out of all those.
Incredibles was great.
I didn't see that
Yeah,
yet.
it was
I think
only
I'm gonna see
okay
it
also.
tomorrow.
It was great. It wasn't worth the 14-year wait that we got for it.
Yeah.
Or didn't warrant the 14-year wait. But it was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
All right, we need to talk about
And
Incredibles
then
now.
What? I didn't.
That's going to
I
be
didn't
the
see
next
it yet.
episode. We'll talk about
Oh,
it.
okay.
We'll try to stick to E3.
And Deadpool. Don't forget Deadpool.
Deadpool was good. I
Deadpool
like that
2.
one too.
Yeah.
Beginning was
So
a bit of a
Solo,
mess.
Deadpool, those are my two favorites so far this year.
Okay. Eh.
And in that order.
But yeah, it's been a good year so far.
Yeah. To be fair, it's been a good several years. Like, really, it's like
Yes.
we've been bombarded with nerd awesomeness for years now. I still say
This
ride
is-
the wave, man, because it's going to end.
This is
Right.
the first year, though, where it's been, for me anyway, it's been, hey, this, then right away again, this, and then this one again, and then,
Yeah,
Another
yeah,
one.
it's for sure.
Another
you know,
one like
Well,
DJ
it's like
Khaled.
I said, Ant-Man and Wasp comes out on the 6th.
Yeah.
It's like it's every couple weeks we get something else.
Yeah.
It's insane. I totally agree.
And Thor hit Netflix, and
Yeah.
I've, watched it twice now already.
It's almost hard to get away from nerd stuff, right? It's just everywhere.
I know.
You can't even avoid it. No, it's pretty super cool.
That's the future for you.
So before we talk too much more, will you please tell me what beer I'm drinking?
Well, it's one that you provided this time.
Yep.
Tangelic Halo Tangerine IPA. That's a mouthful and a half.
Yep.
Oh,
It
like
is-
angelic, but I get it.
Yeah.
I get it now.
Anyway.
It's great.
Tell everybody all about it. I'm going to
So-
open and top off our glasses.
It's from Red Hook Brewing, which is no longer brewed in the Northwest. Well, no longer brewed here.
Yeah.
Washington. And then it's
Were they another...
6.2%. I don't know who.
Are they a victim of the Anheuser?
No, I don't think they're Anheuser, but they're. I'm not sure what's up with them. I have to look into it more.
Look it up, Jack. Who bought Red Hook?
Yeah, but anyway,
Do it, Jack.
6.2%. It's a tangerine IPA, very fruity.
I'm hoping.
Got to
I
use
think
our new Nerdbuzzed.
so. Yeah, right. It's only Nerdbuzzed. That's all
Yes.
it says on it. Very
Stupid
awesome.
Mystic Forest.
Every time we use this, I feel like the guys at SMF and Nerdbuzz just get that much closer.
Every time you use it, do they get their wings?
I think so, right? Even an alcoholic gets their wings somewhere. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wow, it smells like tangerine.
Brew Alliance.
Craft Brew Alliance. Okay.
Oh,
And
that's
what
better
is-
than Budweiser.
Yeah.
I guess one of their Woodinville wineries was sold to like a real estate place for like $24.5 million.
Well, yeah. The whole Woodinville one's gone. They don't. They
Yeah.
don't do anything there.
Craft Brew Alliance is a beer brewing company that's
He's not even going to use his microphone anymore. He just doesn't even care.
You can hear it.
Talking to your.
Red Hook. Fine.
I'm just shouting it.
I even bought him Jack microphone. He's got a
Yeah.
Jack microphone just for him.
They own Red Hook, Widmer Brothers, Kona, Emission, and Square Mile Cider.
All right.
Okay.
And I'm actually okay with a new conglomerate, right? Let's
Yeah.
have somebody else start buying things up.
Yeah. But I don't know, maybe
So I
someone...
just wonder if the
Oh,
Craft Brew Alliance is just a name on it.
as of January 2013, Anheuser-Busch InBev owned 32.2% of the business and is also the company's distribution partner. So basically...
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
So they did buy it.
Yep.
Bastards.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, we're still going to drink it.
Awesome.
It's what I had.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, what are you drinking, Jack?
I'm drinking Lemonade. A taste.
I noticed you're
so
wearing
good.
all red to go with it.
Yeah, he is.
Well, I didn't plan on this.
Duh.
And it's not even like good red. Like my shorts are like sort of pink. And I was like, I didn't have the right shirt, but I mean, you guys aren't going to be looking at my pants, even though you want to.
It's his comrade brew.
You are stuck
Yeah.
in the stick. You
Comrade.
got wrong end of shit.
Yeah, right? That's what I thought, too.
What is it? It says
Paddle of crap!
taste
You up creek with battle of
tastes
crab.
so good you could stand in line for it. I don't even know what they're saying. I think they've been pre-gaming a bit.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite new GTA quote. It's totally that, right? I love it every time Walter
Battle of the
says it
Crab?
like 3 times. Yeah. You are up creek with Battle of Crab. It's pretty great.
I'll drink
You got
that.
wrong end of shit. You stuck in the stick.
Yeah. Jack would know if he ever played GTA with us.
Yeah.
But he's
Well,
lame
my
like that.
Tuesdays are now a little more free. Sorry, guys.
He says this every time.
I know.
Right?
It's-
Actually,
You're so full of lies.
tomorrow I think I'm going to watch Incredibles at around GTA Tuesday time, so that might...
Oh, awesome. Next episode, we'll get to ruin
Yeah, all right, so-
Incredibles for Jack.
Oh, God damn it.
You're
All right.
drinking a red Red-Aid.
Yep. Lemonade, please.
Lemonade. Duh.
Da. Ska. Va. Sure, those are all words.
All right, let's drink this bad
Yeah.
boy, because I
to all
want
the
to drink
nerds.
beer.
Through
Through all the fuzz.
Bottoms up.
Let's get nerd buzzed. Clankety.
You might want to get that off my face. Thank you.
Because it's going to freak him out. There you go.
So what do you think?
It's very tangerine.
It's very bitter.
right away. And then it has a massive bitter finish.
Yes, it does.
And it's almost...
It's almost like you're chewing on the pith of the freaking tangerine.
Yeah, right?
That's the kind of bitter. No, that's what it is.
It's kind of... it's almost got that Dr. Pepper effect where you want to keep drinking it to avoid that massive hit at the end, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that.
No, but like I said, that pithy, that you know what I'm talking about? That white part of the...
That my wife loves. She'll peel an orange, or tangerine, whatever, and just peel off those weird white vein things and snack them down.
No, I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the soft, pithy part.
The other?
Between that and the outer rind itself.
Yeah, I think she likes that part too.
Probably.
It's
She's
weird. It's super weird. Every time I'm like, gross, but she doesn't like IPAs.
Because they're bitter?
Yeah, right. Makes a lot of
Ugh.
sense. She's coming around. Wow, the burp, very tangerine. Yes. I think so far my assessment is it's okay. It's a little, it's very deceiving, and then it just like smacks you right after that, and it kind of almost leaves a little bit of something on my tongue. It's not like soup. Yeah, it's kind of gritty on my tongue. I don't know. It's interesting. We'll see if it gets better. Maybe it'll get better.
Yeah.
Maybe that transition will even out a little.
Hope so.
I don't know. What do you think, Jack?
Whoa. Immediately drinking it, it was like... It almost hurt a little bit. It's very, 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 like...
Sounds Russian.
Powerful. Yeah. Like the opening note of the Soviet national anthem. Yeah, it's good. It's really good. It's just the one thing that I immediately noticed in smelling and tasting is that, like, guarana from balls. Like, it has that as, like, a sort of aftertaste, but it works well here.
Really hammered and sickled.
And it's not... It's not, like, apparent enough to where it's a real problem. I think it really complements the flavor. It's like lemonade soda, but like, whereas most ginger ales, you know, I'm like, this isn't strong enough. I want it to like punch me in the throat. This will. This is like, whoa.
It says, drink, comrade, drink. It's this or the gulag.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's like so offensively Russian.
There's
Where's
Russian-
it made?
Yeah.
Who made this?
Oh my god, it's probably made in Oregon. Let me see here.
But it's good.
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah, I really like it. I like it
Nice.
a lot better than
I
was
bet
thinking about
that
Alien
somewhere on there
Stop.
it recommends you mix vodka with it.
Yeah. I mean, it has a bunch of stuff in Russian on it, so that could probably be one of the things.
Doc,
Look it up. Where's it made?
Ugh.
do it, Jack. So, how do you guys want to talk about E3? You just want to, whatever, we can each jam out on
What
a
if
few
we
games.
go conference by conference?
Because I didn't watch it by conference.
I did not really watch much of Nintendo. I watched some of their stuff.
Smash
like
Bros.
the trailers. Yeah, I guess
Smash
that's
Bros.
basically what they
Yeah.
had, right?
Smash Bros.
I watched a bunch of the E3 highlight stuff. I didn't watch, sit down and watch E3 itself.
Yeah, I didn't watch all of the conferences either. I watched a lot of the Sony and Xbox is what I did.
I watched some of the, a fair bit of the Xbox one because my roommate was.
Yeah. I did think it was interesting that at the in the Sony one, there were lots of exclusives, right? Like, you're only going to get those games on Sony,
Yeah.
but a lot of the Xbox ones were, multi-platform.
Yes, I noticed
Right?
that too.
Like, they weren't all just Xbox exclusives. Like, what the hell's going on with Xbox?
Or they're the timed.
Oh, yeah. Probably like your Tomb Raider.
Yep.
Right? Again, I'm sure it'll be timed. What was the other? You think that the, one of the super big ones, Cyberpunk, right?
Oh, dude.
2077.
Oh my god.
I have the year right, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you think that's a timed exclusive?
Probably.
No,
Right?
it's
Like Witcher was? Because
No,
wasn't
they've-
Witcher a timed exclusive?
for the first two, but no, I think the second one, but no, they said it's releasing on all platforms.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah. That game,
You can't even judge it though. Like, it looks awesome, but it's
but
a 1,000,000% cutscene.
Yeah.
You never saw any actual gameplay.
well, I watched a lot of people that talked about the behind closed doors gameplay. I don't know. It sounds awesome. You can take your body parts out and replace them with robot parts.
How do you feel about it being first person?
Interested?
I'm not that big on that part of it, but
Well, okay, think about it. Like Blade Runner, when you're in those really tight corridor spaces, you don't want to have a camera that's constantly when you rotate it, you know how when the camera gets really close to the back of your head,
yeah.
right? So there's a lot of big open spaces.
You know what a lot of old games used to do? Is that
What?
wall would just disappear and the camera was always.
Yeah, but that's I don't know, not as immersive. I want to be immersed in the cyberpunk world. I mean, I say
Okay.
don't knock it till you try it. I'm interested.
One of the first things I thought when they said it was going to be first person, it made me wonder if there was going to be some sort of VR implement. I wondered
Probably.
that. Yeah. I wonder how many more things. If we figure out VR, I still think it's kind of in this weird, gimmicky kind of phase. It's getting better, but I wonder how many more games will at least offer that first person perspective so that you can use VR with it.
Oh, just yeah.
Even if that's all VR was, that you put it on, I just didn't have to use the right stick to swivel my head around,
There are
and I
games
could
like
just
that.
turn my
Yeah.
head with it, and then still use the other stick to move. Because the weird jump to location with VR, I'm not really into that. Unless again it's an X-Men game and you get to play as Nightcrawler, then it makes sense.
Well, there are games that there's one called Mouse, I think, and it's a really big VR game, but that whole
looked
thing is
interesting,
third
but
person.
Yeah.
There's a few games like that. I'm interested.
Wasn't
'cause
that an
just bought
Oculus
one.
only though?
No, I think it's a PlayStation exclusive.
Was it a PlayStation?
So you have the PSVR
I
now?
can't remember now.
I ordered it. I did 2-day shipping, but with GameStop, you never know how long that's going to be.
Because they're bad at math, not like me.
No, I pre-ordered. Remember, it was Dante's Inferno on PSP, and it took literally 3 months to get it. It was awful.
The wait or the
GameStop
game?
Sucks. I mean, both kind of. I liked the game, but the wait was ridiculous.
Was Xbox the first one? I forget.
Yes.
No, it was EA. Is that right?
Yeah, I think they probably started it with EA just because
I kind of breezed
get 'em
through
out of the
EA
way.
and Ubisoft because I
Yeah.
kind of hate those companies.
Yeah.
I just think they're
Beyond
terrible
Good
for
and
the
Evil
gaming
2.
industry.
The
But even
EA
still, that's all cutscene, right?
Yeah.
It's how do you judge that?
But they had that whole thing of you can submit your art, which I thought was kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's gives the community hey.
What'd you guys think of Anthem? Did you notice that one?
I looked into that. It looked kind of cool.
I'm kind of curious about it.
They
I am
say
too.
it's not going to have any loot boxes, but
Well,
right?
That was the first. When that's the first thing they lead with, you know they're doing damage control.
yeah.
Already.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
but if they're not implemented at launch, they'll be there down the line because it's EA. They don't care.
That's kind of how I feel
money.
too, and that's unfortunately how I feel about Ubisoft. Also, is like it doesn't matter to you. Like you don't care. You're gonna bank something out for a quick buck, and the instant it comes out, you're already working on a sequel to come out next year.
Yeah, no. In my economics class, I did a presentation on EA. It was this huge. It was like the biggest thing in the class. Got an 80 out of 80 on it. I'm gonna brag about it a little bit.
80 out of 80?
Yeah. So you're welcome. And I talked about how what they'll do is they'll like with Visceral and Dead Space, they'll buy a studio and they'll like produce one game. If it's good, they'll like kind of keep like clenching their fist over it until they've squeezed every last bit of originality out of it. Until it's just this money-making machine. Like, that's all it's meant for.
Oh, yeah. They, like, turn everything into, like, a chicken farm.
And if you fail...
Is what they do.
EA shuts you down, and then they try and blame, like, you... Oh, it's like, oh, Visceral wanted this. This is Visceral's vision. This isn't our vision, right? So they can kind of try and win back at least some people afterwards, and then make them forget with the next big game, like Mass Effect, or... Yeah, I think my volume's down a little low.
What did you think of...
Not for us, Jack.
Not for us. Yeah,
never.
It's plenty loud for us. What'd you guys think of, what was it, Rocksteady? Is that right? That they weren't even there?
That was
I
weird.
didn't even notice that,
Yeah, they didn't have their announcement, right? And they've been lingering on the potential for, like, a Justice League or a there's some other superhero game they're supposed to be doing, right? And I've heard rumor it could be Justice League, not just Superman. But there was nothing there.
Yeah.
And they actually tweeted out saying that they're not bringing anything until they have something definitive to actually bring and show.
Oh, that's good.
Well, there was a rumor.
Yeah, I totally respect them for doing that.
Yeah.
Don't just give us 5 years of hype.
Yeah.
Right?
You mean like
Final Fantasy
Elder
VII
Scrolls
Remake?
and Starfield?
Yeah. Or even, I don't know, this, like the Cyberpunk game. Do you think Cyberpunk's even going to come out for this generation?
I think
that's
it'll be on
stretch.
both. I think it'll have like
Yeah, I think he's probably right. Probably do
like Call of Duty. How they still they don't make.
Is
for
that
the PS3
okay?
Anymore, but
Would you rather that they just maybe focus on this next generation and we get extra stuff, or is it going to be like a remaster? Is it going to be like GTA?
How soon
Or-
is the
yeah.
is
Could
the
be like
generation
Last of
coming out,
Us.
though?
I say 2 years.
I think 2 years.
Yeah, I don't think we
Yeah.
get it in 2019, but we hear about it probably. And I think, like, realistically, you're looking at 2020, which is also
Probably
2020, right?
2020.
Yeah, like the end of the year, or 21. But I think 2020, there's something appealing about 2020 anyway, right? Like,
Because-
if they can do that with it.
actually, 2020 is so Cyberpunk 2077 is based off of the tabletop game Cyberpunk 2020.
Yeah,
Huh.
so I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
Everything's in
It just
focus.
seems
cool.
too, yeah, right? It's clear vision, right? Like, it could even be the Xbox 2020, who knows,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
God, yeah, who knows what's on it?
Hopefully it won't be the Xbox hindsight.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think there were multiple games that were like on. I don't know that we'll get them on this generation. I think Cyberpunk is one of them for sure. Mm-hmm. I'm almost more okay with them waiting another year for them to give that to us and just have it be the next generation system. Don't give me like the one for the PS4, but then I can also go out and get it on the other system. But it's not really
It's
that
not
different,
as
right?
good, yeah.
It's just
You
not
wanna
going to be.
buy it
I want it
anyways
developed
afterwards.
for that next awesome system.
So that they don't have to waste time making it for like 4, so they can just make it for like 2 or 3.
Yeah, I just don't want it dumbed down, right? You know, like I want it
Okay.
to really make that new system
You know,
shine.
okay, so Skyrim came out for the old system for 3,
Yeah.
and then was re-released for 4,
And the Alexa and the
but I'm just saying though,
Yeah.
it was hands down so much better game on 4.
Yeah.
it's
know,
because
it
they
was.
updated it. It's because
that
they
also didn't happen
finished
right
it
away.
a little more.
No, it didn't. But it was like I said though, it was the release for 4 was so much better though than the release for 3, and it was even though it was the same game, it was a completely different game. To me, anyway.
Yeah. It's a tough call. I'm going to backpedal a little bit on what I said because I do think that there's an issue with first wave games on a new system. So I don't know that I'm super cool on that either because I want the game to be awesome, right? I don't know. That's a tough call. Maybe it is better if it comes out for this system and it just like maxes out this system. It's like the definitive game for PS4, right? and then
We
maybe
really
you
have-
get a remaster on PS5. Maybe that is better than getting this first wave game on PS5 that like it just doesn't do the system justice, right?
And have we really had the game that was Horizon? I think
Horizon was a pretty big deal.
God of War.
That was
God of War is
War
a huge deal.
Huge, yeah.
Yeah, they're
We're
still
getting
like
to
crazy.
the. I think this year is like
Yeah.
even how you were talking about movies is super relevant in the video game world too. We've
Yeah.
had some outstanding games lately that have just been coming out. Like
And
even
we have
this E3 is a huge example of that too. There just was like one after another that I kept seeing. If we kind of jump to Sony, right, which is kind of our main
Yeah,
system we play anyway, the one they will not shut up about is Spider-Man.
I know.
I cannot get away
I'm
from
interested.
Spider-Man.
I mean, I know
The more
you
they
are.
show me, the more scared I am.
Why?
It looks fun. It looks
I said
it looks like
looks
Batman,
pretty-
but on
looks pretty-
crack.
Yeah.
Like the way you can do all the environment kills, like it just looks. Because for all the Batman games, right, they just kept getting kind of like lazier with the combat. Stopped developing it as much, and then Shadow of War just has the most bare bones, bland combat system.
It
But
does.
Spider-Man really seems to add some flair to it. Makes you feel like a goddamn superhero. Like the way it looks is just like, oh my god, it looks super fun to watch. But I bet it's even cooler to play, or at least like equal. And I think that's awesome.
My concern is that anytime they show like the stuff going on in the city, there's always this like cool cutscene or whatever that transitions to like the in the building fight, and then it feels like this confined level for that part, right? And then you'll go back to the city, and it'll just load this big city that now I can swing around in. But then it's gonna always have that cutscene and make you more confined and linear on the other levels. And I'm not super sure on how I feel about that.
What does that even?
Well, like if
So-
you're, like I'm swinging all around the city, I can do all
Yeah.
this cool Spider-Man action. I don't think it's going to be like you can like swing through a window and like run through a building and like leap out the other side and then go back to the big city and do stuff. It'll be like you'll have a cutscene that'll transition you into this new level that is the inside of the building, and it won't be this like seamless
I
transition.
think they
between
talked
things.
about. Well, there was
So
one of the
you wanna-
trailers.
So yeah, you want to be able to like dive through the window and then like turn right around, pull yourself back.
Yeah,
in,
or
and
I
then
want it to all
floor
be
down
one
and stuff.
massive world that doesn't require you to transition to like these mini levels, but then you also have the big like hub world that everything is kind of located in.
That seems kind of the standard for everything right now, though.
Yeah, I know. And it makes me a little more leery that it's going to be a mix of that, like Spider-Man 2, the classic whatever PlayStation 1 that we love, that open world, but then the even older Spider-Man games where you're like stuck in the room. And I think with Spider-Man, I struggle with that a little bit because he's at his best when he can swing around on his webs
yeah.
and things. But when you're in this little room, it's hard to get that out of Spider-Man. It could be cool.
I mean, it's okay. So if you're in the little room, it's gonna go straight. Okay, it's gonna be Batman Arkham
yeah.
when you're in the room because he's got the zip line thing or the grapple hook gun.
Yeah.
So it's and it's all you're gonna be doing basically.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, I'm just saying that's like as far as like the I'm trying to sympathize. I'm trying to see your side here.
Yeah. I don't know that it's going to be like awful, but I'm
No,
a
but
little
I'm
bit
just-
leery
But
about
I'm just saying
that.
that's where I can see them doing it is the whole like the Arkham Asylum, where you're just zipping from this part of the building and then down here, take these guys out, and then zip back up to here.
Yeah.
You know.
And well, and I even think like if we go to the Batman ones, there's something about that first one where you are just like stuck kind of in the building and you're not able to just go out in this big city that makes that one really cool. It is the first one, but then later, again, when you transition between the two, you kind of lose a little bit of something.
Mm.
Although those games are great. I'm not knocking those games. I do like them. I think Spider-Man could be cool. I'm afraid they're overselling it. I don't want to get too excited about
I remember
I've been burned on
They
Spider-Man
said something
games.
about climbing in buildings. I couldn't find it. I thought they said you can climb it or like walk into a bunch of them, but there was one of the trailers where you pop through that coffee shop,
Yeah.
and I think you can. It seems like you can do at least some.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm interested.
I'm
to
sure it'll
see.
be kind of like Batman, where it's like you can't go in every building, but the ones that you can will have that now sub-level in that building, right?
But it seems like the transition is going to be a bit more like seamless.
Yeah, because
I don't know.
if you had every building mapped out completely,
Jeez.
That would be so much rendering involved.
No, it was Cyberpunk. You can go in every building. That's like one of the crazy things about that game. But Spider-Man, I don't think you can.
And again, it's first person. I think that helps with that, right?
With the loading.
Yeah, but you don't need to go into every building. I just want the buildings that you can go into to transition seamlessly, right? Like I want to be able to go into that building and easily jump out and like swing around the outside and come back in if I want. I just want that to be seamless. I don't want them to throw me in there for all these filler levels that are now going to be these condensed things, right? I'm sure you're going to have all your standard Spider-Man stuff from all those other games. You're going to have the fetch questy stuff, the ones where you chase down the car because somebody robbed a car in the city and you web the windshield or what. They're all the classic things, right? Yeah. They'll have all of those, I'm sure, in the open world. I just don't want like two games mashed into one.
I just want to talking about the whole to get a launch to get going again and start swinging. I want to see the classic just car comes by and hit the bumper and like and launch off of it that way.
Yeah,
and then start taking off. I just want to be able to do that.
Oh yeah, well, and I want to be able to like web each hand. The webs better stick to something. Like no cloud webbing, please. I'll be really pissed.
Well, it sticks to the condensed water.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Little parachutes on the end of each one. He's actually just getting a little bit of drag. Whatever.
I saw in one of the gameplay videos. There's a lot more gameplay videos now, but he's throwing dudes off of buildings, and I'm like, oh god, what?
He's super violent.
Yeah,
I hear that
like,
you also play as is it Mary Jane? As like is that right? I think maybe it is. I don't know about that either. We'll see. I reserved my judgment on Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And I'm going to
get it.
I'm getting it. Is it getting better?
Yeah.
The transition is less harsh, huh? Yeah. Unlike our next segue.
Whoa.
What did you guys think of Death Stranding?
It looks cool. It looks really interesting, really weird, really Kojima.
Right?
Yeah.
Is it too much Kojima? What do you think, Jay?
Never enough.
Too much Kojima?
I don't know. I don't really think we got enough of a preview other than him walking. Really, I mean the scenes where they slowed it down and actually had the conversation of what he's got to do, and then cut to him actually trying to avoid them and got the thing going. I thought that was kind of cool, and sucked they got hit though.
Yeah,
I'm like, damn it, I want to see him avoid him. But no, it looks very unpolished still though.
Yes, I would agree.
So I'm pretty sure this is just a... Quit licking me!
Almost like test footage?
Yeah. like the early Deadpool trailers.
Yes. It still needs to be green screened.
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally render, yeah.
I wonder, do you think, because this one is not... Spider-Man, we did get a date. It comes out on the 7th, right? You can already pre-order it. Death Stranding, still to be announced.
Yep.
They haven't said. Do you think that's this generation?
Oh, are you thinking it might be the next Last Guardian?
Could
no, they've showed too much. Last Guardian was just a bunch of really small things.
I don't think I better not be. It better not take 10 years to come out, right? 2 systems? Like, come on. Do you think so you think this system though? PS4?
I think it could be. I don't think Sony would talk about it if they I don't know. I think it'll be like a crappy PS4 one, but the PS5 version is like where it's at.
I'm worried about that. I don't want that. You think? Okay.
I don't know. I don't.
That makes it weird. I think that we're so close to the end of these systems. Well, potentially, right? Nobody's confirmed anything, but we could be so close to the end, and there's so many amazing games that we're seeing. It makes me wonder if they're even going to come out for this system, right?
A lot of them had the release dates, though.
Oh, I still have it in there.
Dude, so many games are coming out in February 2018. It's ridiculous. I think 3. I'm gonna look up every single game that's coming out because I think 3 are coming out on the 22nd. Days Gone, which I'm increasingly more like, I can't decide on that one because it just keeps looking jankier and jankier, and then like 2 other games. But
I gotta say, I'm not a big Fallout fan, but the Fallout 76 looked pretty cool.
You can nuke people in that game.
I think it looks awesome because you can play it single player if you want.
Yep.
But it's basically Fallout multiplayer.
Well, it looked Borderlands only for Fallout to me.
Yes. And I think that's kind of the idea, right? Yep. I'm super into that. I can't tell you how many times I played like Fallout 4, and I've had a buddy playing it, right? And I'll want to play with them online, but there's no option to do that.
Exactly.
Why can't you roam the wasteland together? That would be super cool. I'm totally into it. I think I'm probably going to get it.
I might. I'll watch you play first.
It'll be like Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Marcus has been playing Monster Hunter for a month straight. I might be worth getting.
I was really hesitant about Monster Hunter, to be quite honest, because it is like the definition of a frantic game.
Mm-hmm.
But you can, once you figure your weapon and how it works, and then you figure out the mechanics of how the other assist stuff works, then you figure out the monsters. It actually can be a very methodical, well played, calm game. It's like, okay, this is going to be happening. I need to and got it, nailed it. All right,
Yeah, except for when you play with Jack's dad.
What?
Dude, it is
Every
chaos.
time I play with him, I die so much.
Me too.
When we play together, we don't die.
No, we don't.
Maybe we need to get good.
You think maybe
Yeah.
we need to not have your dad drag us down?
Get
I think that's
good.
what happens.
God.
He manages to drag us down, but also put the blame on us.
I know,
Right? That's
right?
the worst part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe
I
because
bet
you
I
should
got
stop
more time
dying as
than
much.
he does more.
Yeah.
Whatever. I got my dad's back. I'm gonna tell you guys.
You do that.
You should do it. Yeah, please do. Tell him. What else did we
Finish your
get?
soda.
I did.
One.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Are you done?
remasters, it's a game I'm super big fan of, and I like that it's getting remastered to the degree that it is. That the Catherine Full Body is coming out for PS4.
Oh,
And I'm
okay.
actually pretty stoked about that. That was the best remaster that I saw. And there's
I
like a
didn't-
whole
I
nother
didn't-
character, new endings, new story stuff, like all this cool stuff being added.
I didn't put remasters in my list.
Mm.
I was just going, what am I excited for the new? That's
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
out?
My next new one I have is the. I guess, do we want to talk about the other one from Software?
Oh, yes.
The ninja one?
Yeah,
Or Samurai, I guess it's
Samurai,
Samurai.
yeah.
Dude,
not
that game
ninja.
looks rad.
Yes, it looks good, but I have to say Ghost of Tsushima looks so much better.
That's why I wanted to mention the From Software first, because
Yeah.
I totally agree. I like that From Software is doing something different.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah,
they
it's
needed
open
to
world
do
now.
something different.
the
It's
gameplay
not the same.
mechanic of the From Software one. It was very Tenchu, however you want to pronounce it. Looked amazing. I liked that. It looked very difficult in
Yeah.
many of those parts, which is very From Software.
Yeah.
But overall, man, the Ghost of Tsushima looks so amazing. The
It
world,
could be like the swan song of the PS4, right?
It
like
could
it
be.
could.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks that pretty.
The world looks so in depth and pretty, and the immediate thing that draws me into Red Dead Redemption, or drew me into Red Dead Redemption, I got that from that trailer right away.
Yeah.
And it was all gameplay trailer too,
Yeah.
which made it even better.
And I heard it was gameplay trailer, and it's just like a small like side quest.
Yeah, that was just like one little mission because
Yeah.
I think in like the actual history it was like 32 samurai that took back Japan from the Mongols. That's just one other. So like, what other cool things are you going to be able to do with the others? What other missions? And it's there's so much like lore. Like,
Yeah.
who's that monk guy? What's his deal?
Oh, and that was another thing too. The Ghost of Tsushima, the bad guys, the story, everything you're following looks believable. Where the Sekiro
because it's real.
was very exactly, but the Sekiro was very
From Software.
very From Software.
Yeah.
It starts off fighting bad guys, then you're fighting giant snake monsters.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, with like weird, like steampunk almost looking
You got your
cybernetic
hand-
stuff.
Yeah.
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 But I think the coolest thing about the From Software game is that it's different.
Yeah.
I love that they're doing something different.
Yeah, we're
I
gonna
don't
let
want
you die,
Dark
but not
Souls
die this
5.
time.
I'm just done with Dark Souls. I do want it eventually. That's great, but I don't just keep regurgitating the same game. Bloodborne's awesome, but it's basically the same game with a different skin, right? There's different elements. That's great, but I love that this one's just fresh and new. It still feels like From Software from the footage I saw, but it feels different.
And I like the fact that they acknowledge that because they own the Tenchu rights now,
Yeah,
and said that this is our game, not a Tenchu game.
yeah.
So
But we like Tenchu,
I
so
love
we're going
Tenchu.
to throw elements in there, right? Yeah. No, I was a big Tenchu fan also.
Yeah.
It was, It was like your ninjas meet Metal Gear Solid sort of game.
It was a total stealth game.
Yeah.
You could obviously get found out and fight your way out, but
Yeah, sometimes you didn't have a choice.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it was totally the stealth thing that made it the best. And there's a couple of missions that you couldn't be seen. You failed them if you were seen. So
It always reminded me of Metal Gear, but you're a ninja.
yeah,
Yeah. I would like to see the From Software, some more footage of it, but really, the ghost of Tsushima, right?
Tsushima.
Tsushima.
No.
Sorry.
Tsushima?
Sorry.
Tsushima.
Shima, like the restaurant in town?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That game looks like a game that will be as fun to watch as it will be to
Oh,
play.
yeah.
Yes.
When he
Right?
that first kill, when he does the classic, like, the guy comes at him and he gets him, and you're like, what happened? And he's like,
It looks very difficult.
oh my god, yeah.
And like I said, some of the swordplay action was choppy because of it, and I can see it because you're giving inputs.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not going to be as fluid and smooth as it should be, but you're doing, from what I saw that, it's all proper stances and proper motions
Yeah.
Yeah.
for the actions that you're doing. You know, so it's like that just right there is like, wow, that is awesome and cool. But Bushido Blade for PlayStation had a lot of that stuff to it.
One of my favorite fighting games.
Awesome game, incredibly difficult.
Isn't the one
Or
where you can kill each
incredibly
other?
easy. Like,
Well-
depends on whether you were the guy that got the swing,
Well,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
Isn't
That-
the
I
one
really
where you
like
can,
that
like,
one.
kill people in, like, one hit?
Yes.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the whole thing.
Totally.
But you have to be on your blocking game.
Oh, you have to be on all of your game on that.
It's like super real sword fighting. If you
For-
hit somebody
for
right,
PlayStation 1.
yes. Well, but I mean, like, as far as the like how brutal each hit is.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you just get hit once and dead because you hit him with a kill shot.
Yep.
That's it. Fight's
I
over.
loved using the Odachi, the big long horse killer sword.
Yeah.
And doing the whole reverse stance with it.
Oh, and trick
Yeah.
him?
And, well, no, like that. And as soon as they attack in, do the upswing. Because that was like an instant kill hit. If you hit, it was instant kill every time.
Yeah.
And you had enough reach with it that chances are they weren't going to hit you.
Oh yeah, it was the only fighting game I ever played where you could win a match in like 3-5 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
it was
you just
awesome.
one hit, they were dead. Next round.
Yep.
Yeah, because that's how it would be if you got hit with a big, huge sword.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't just shrug that. Just walk it off, dude.
Like in in
said,
Street Fighter, the guy with the claws. Like how you can just get hit by
yeah.
that guy a bunch of
Yeah,
times.
yeah. No, that would just gash you open.
Yeah, you would
You'd
be
bleed
dead.
out so
He
quick.
should not be allowed in
Yeah.
Street Fighter.
Even one like Hadouken, right?
Yeah.
It would just explode your insides.
Yeah, it's a ball of fire.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
oh,
a ball of
30
hate.
burns.
It's just
Ball of key.
yeah. Mine would be a ball of hate. So wish I could take all the hate and just throw it at somebody. I would Vegeta style
The
it, right?
BVS bomb.
So bad.
The BBS bomb.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I don't think you could condense that much hate into a ball.
You'd have to do little chunks at a
That'd
time.
be a spirit bomb.
Right? That would totally be your spirit bomb. Because you would call
Yeah.
on all the hate from everybody else. Give me your BVS power. And it would just be rage around the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
Too much, actually.
It might be, right?
Yeah. You could not possibly miss the bad guy
And
with
whenever
that
you
one.
do it, you'd have to be like, Martha! And just like rain it down.
Oh my god.
Be awesome.
Oh my
It
god.
would be such a big bomb. So the last one, I really have to tell people though, if you have not watched the Ghost of Tsushima,
Tsushima.
Oh my
Tsushima.
god.
Why can't I remember it?
Tsushima.
Tsushima. Yeah.
Tsushima.
With a TS.
It's a Tsu.
Sue, thank you. Thanks for
Tsushima.
clearing it up, guys, and not making me look like an idiot. Thanks.
We're helping you. I mean, I know
Anyway,
you're beyond it, but
yeah.
whatever.
Thanks. It's true. I already forgot what it was. You go watch the trailer. If you haven't watched it, go watch the trailer, and then you will instantly be in line to get that game.
Oh yeah,
Right?
totally.
Yeah. I'm all over it.
that-
I'm buying that
I'm-
day one.
I'm
I'm already
here.
sold.
Yep.
I do not need to see any more footage of that game. I'm into it. The last one we have to talk about,
We have to talk about it.
The Last of Us 2.
Yes.
That was a good segue, right? The last one, The Last of Us.
Yes. Oh my
Wow.
god.
Right? Is it better if I explain the segue? Does that make
Nope,
the segue
just
better?
Keep going. Keep going.
It's awkward, but don't worry about it.
And we're done.
Wow.
It looks okay. So every
brutal.
reservation that I had about whether or not they can tell a story to compete with the first one,
Yeah.
Dude, I am hooked just from that. I mean, the 2 trailers we had prior to that, and then this. We're actually
Are
seeing
you hooked
gameplay.
because
the
chicks
gameplay
made
was,
out?
the gameplay
Gameplay
was
was so
cool.
freaking brutal, so awesome. Dude, the situational awareness that you have to have when you're playing it, I don't think I'm going to be able to achieve
A
that.
lot of people were saying that it was fake. I don't know if I entirely agree. They're like,
What do you
it's
mean it was fake? Like that was just like a made-up mission or something?
Yeah,
for the...
or something like that. Or like, because they say that the gameplay for the trailer for the first Last of Us was really, like, it wasn't representative of the final product. I'm going to look it up now and actually
Yeah, you
see.
do that. No, it was... I'm sorry, but that was freaking amazing.
I completely agree.
Graphically wise, story wise, the moment they cut into that and you crawl underneath that truck and you're breathing heavy, the whole everything that's going on, you are in that. You're a part of it.
Yeah.
And god darn it, you have the freaking emotional attachment to Ellie still.
That's very true. Totally. I love how. I love it when she goes to like crawls out from the truck and she's like, now I'm gonna be offensive, right?
Mhm.
And she just runs and like just picks up a brick, hucks it as she keeps going in, takes out that guy. Like she's just randomly grabbing stuff and then getting rid of it as quick as she is throughout the level. Like that was so cool.
That's what I was talking
Hurdles
about.
something, takes cover on it. Like everything transitioned so smoothly.
The one thing that I didn't like was how aware you had to be of the people looking for you.
Mm.
You know, it's like I'm more of a sit back player and scope the area out, and you can't do that in that. That's
Well, I think it's the way they approached it was very, like, they just kind of blindly went in. I think you can still play it the same way.
maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
There were some of those situations where they were climbing through areas that was like, there's no way I would have even ever thought to look over there.
But how cool is that you could play it again and it'd be totally different for you? Like if you want, you could play it that other style.
I'm thinking I'm going to play through this game once,
How many times did you play through Last of Us?
twice.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think I was either 2 or 3. I know I played through it on the
twice.
3, and I know I played through it on 4 when I got the remaster. I did the DLC on 4. I think I played through it again.
I never completed it on 4.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I got like 70% of the way through.
Oh yeah, it's worth doing it. To just finish it out. Did
Yeah.
you get the DLC? Did you play through the DLC stuff?
No.
Because that's all Ellie.
Yeah, no, I didn't play through any DLC stuff.
Do you think
but
we'll see? What's his name? Joel.
we will? I'm sure we will.
He has to be in there,
You can't not see him. Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
I mean, even if it's cutscene in the, even if it's what do you call it, flashbacks or, just.
Do you
her-
think
in
there'll
her
be-
head or what? You know,
Yeah.
he's gonna be in there.
Do you think that there will be a scene in the game where she's like about to die and there's just no way out, and all of a sudden somebody will come in and it'll be Joel? He'll like save the day. Well, and then he'll be the new DLC content. Is you get to play that mission to meet up with her, right?
Oh, I never thought of that. That'd be kind of cool.
That'll be your way to play as Joel. It'll be your $20 DLC for the game. I wouldn't be surprised. That's what
No.
they did with the other one, right?
Yeah, it is.
I thought that right away. I was like, "Where's Joel? He's DLC. That's why he's not done yet. Still in development, but he'll be in there."
But no, I didn't care about E3 until I saw the Last of Us trailer.
Oh yeah, that was the
Yeah.
one that did it.
That was the one that did it, and I was like, okay, I gotta go look and see what else is coming out because this looks so amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
And,
brutal.
yeah,
I love
no,
when
it
she
was-
shoots the lady and she like fall like
Oh yeah, dude.
too real.
Yeah,
Too real.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
It was so awesome.
And
like, when she
watching
hit
It looks so brutal.
watching
know.
the E3 2012 trailer for the first Last of Us,
And
the
we didn't
gameplay looks like a lot like what you actually get in the game. I don't know what people are complaining about. They're like, it's not. It's like it's super exaggerated. It's not real. It's like, no, that looks.
That's
like,
what people do with the internet.
The one
They
thing
just like to complain.
The one thing that wasn't.
No, I did get a comment for recommendation for the show
What's that?
when we're talking about stuff. If we could possibly get what we're talking about into the
wheel.
playing in there.
Oh, have the video actually run in there? I thought about doing that with the YouTube. You know, I know all the kids are all about the YouTube.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
yeah, but I'm just saying, like what we're doing, it like so.
We
if
should
we're
figure that
We're
out.
talking about the. Like,
So I
we
could
have the
be able to
trailer
look
playing
through YouTube.
Yeah,
for their.
It would
And-
be easy to do.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's a recommendation that I had gotten.
Okay.
I just thought that was a good
Who recommended it?
friend of mine
We could.
Okay.
Oh, what we could do is we could screen share.
who actually
Pause the screen share so I could watch another video, then resume it when we're talking about something else.
do that, but they recommended just where our Nerdbuzzed sign is because we had the other stuff pop
Yeah,
up
yeah.
where it was. Just have that playing right there.
Yeah. No, I think it makes sense.
Oh,
Yeah, fill it in. That's kind of why I kept that up there to just kind of like, I thought it would be a good way to do that.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Get on that, Jack. Do it, intern. You got to make that money, dude. We're not paying you for nothing.
Let's see.
We're just paying him nothing. I really think that that's kind of my rundown from Sony, anyway.
That's
the
from
ones that
Sony,
like I
yeah.
super care about.
So I kind of just went through with my list. I just went through. This is what I liked from E3. I didn't go by Sony, by whatever.
Well, what do you got on there that we missed? Because I got a few more in mine.
Fallout 4, Death Stranding, Twin Mirror looked kind of okay. Beyond Good and Evil, it was just a cinematic, but it looks kind of interesting.
I have to reserve everything for judgment on that because
it's Ubisoft.
Well, it's Ubisoft, but I want to be clear that when Beyond Good and Evil came out, the first one, that was like good Ubisoft. Like Ubisoft and EA were not always crappy game companies, right? So, and Beyond Good and Evil is such a beloved game and has such a hardcore nerd following, right?
That game is crazy.
It's
awesome.
fun. It's
Yeah.
really cool. It's very
There's so much
stylized.
you
It's
can
like
do.
it is its own thing.
But the
There's
new one-
so much love and dedication in that original game. And what Ubisoft has turned into, and all we're getting is like eye candy, which
Yeah.
I think is what Ubisoft does.
Yeah.
There's never substance, right? And I'm really leery and
And
afraid
also,
of
like
it.
I said, that's why I put the note in here of it is cinematic trailer only, but looks interesting.
Yeah. Well, and I would encourage you to check out the first one. Just go get the first one. It's dirt cheap
Yeah.
on PSN. Play through that first one. It's a super solid game. I've never actually played all the way through it myself, but
It's great.
Daniel was we lived together forever,
Yeah,
right?
I know
Super good
Daniel.
buddy of mine. He's super into it, so I got to watch loads of it and dabble in it with him. And I was really impressed at the time. It was a really cool game, and I'm just so leery of Ubisoft.
So
They scare me now.
One of the main things of the first one was taking pictures of the creatures, right, and being like super far away and seeing this giant thing, be like, oh, gotta snag a picture, and you felt like you were exploring this huge world. But in the new one, from what we've seen, it's just like big explosions and dumb action. And it's like that's not what the original one was.
No,
really.
it's not at all.
Yeah,
This one is so much more. It's
Yeah.
like Incredibles 2.
Oh, really?
We'll get into that later,
Yeah.
but that's how I feel about that.
But let's see what else I have on here. Tomb Raider 3, which is obviously Xbox.
Yeah.
I didn't like the first.
Although I thought I looked it up, and doesn't it say PS4, or is that a timed exclusive?
I'm
also?
sure it's timed exclusive.
Are you on that, Jack?
Yeah,
Tomb Raider
get on
is
it.
that?
it's gonna
Is it
gonna
timed
be a timed
exclusive?
exclusive.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Anyway, my thing about it was the first couple trailers for it, wasn't doing it for me.
Yeah.
But this last trailer, every trailer I see is getting me more interested in it. So,
Well, I could see Tomb Raider being kind of like Spider-Man is for me. Tomb Raider's that way for you, right?
Yeah.
Where you have there's this history with you, and so it's like you want to love it right away, but you also have such high expectations for it that you hold some reservation, right?
So my Tomb Raider experience is Tomb Raiders 1 through 3,
Yeah.
and then everyone after that I've either dabbled in or gotten for a free download or touched and did not like until they did the reboot,
Yeah. Which you've loved both
which
of those.
was amazing. I still like the first one the best. The gameplay for Rise of the Tomb Raider is better, but the story and overall what it did was so much. I love the first one. Oh my god, it's amazing.
But you're chomping at the bit for this one now. Has it been long enough? That's the other thing I worry about is it really hasn't been that long.
I want to play it. I do.
And you want it to be amazing.
And I want it to be amazing.
But
And like I said, the first couple trailers still have me a little worried.
yeah.
But like I said, I'm seeing more of it. It's kind of drawing me in. I'm kind of liking it better. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Right? That's exactly what you're trying to say is what I want to say about Spider-Man. It's the same thing. It's like,
Yeah.
I want to just love it and be there day one to get it, but I have some reservations still.
Yeah. Another one that looked kind of interesting to me was the Sea of Solitude.
Oh, yeah, totally. That was
That
the
was-
EA one, which is just
Yeah.
being... so some of those EA games, like Jack already stated, they just buy up other companies, right? So these
Yeah.
other companies have made these games, not EA.
Exactly.
EA is the one that...
They're the producer.
Well, they
Yeah.
publish.
Yeah, they're publishing
like a
it.
game publisher. Yeah, that's what
But
they
they
always
didn't...
do. But
Yeah.
they haven't destroyed these ones yet.
Yeah, we'll see, right? Like,
Yeah,
all of
still,
these are going to have
yeah.
loot boxes or
Yeah.
some garbage in it, right? A
In Sea of-
monthly
in-
subscription.
in
Or they're
Sea-
going
in
to find
Sea-
some way to keep
in
making
Sea
money.
of Solitude, you cast a net and bring it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Every
no,
time
I
you
just
cast
think-
a
I
net,
thought
it's
the,
$1 real dollar.
I thought the art style was super captivating,
Yep.
and B, it just was kind of an interesting idea of the whole inner demon thing.
Yeah.
Overcoming the inner demons. So
Yeah, I instantly, visually drew me in.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Another one that was kind of good because we all know that Tony Hawk's have turned into crap.
Yes.
Session Skate for Xbox looked pretty cool.
Session
Did
Skate.
they show anything of that, or was it
I
just
didn't
like
even
a-
watch that one.
It was a cinematic trailer for it, but it looked pretty cool.
It's been a long time. Like, we're overdue for a skateboard game.
Exactly,
Right.
and it looked
Skate 4? Just kidding.
it looked like it was going to be pretty cool. So I was like, "Oh, that's cool. It's just Xbox," but
Yeah. I don't know. I'm curious. We'll have to see.
yep. Battletoads, that looks.
I am kind of curious about that, too.
It looks really cool, but once
There's
again,
been plenty of time. We're way overdue for a new Battletoads.
exactly.
Yeah.
But once again, Xbox.
Yeah, and I mean, Rare, everyone was freaking out about Sea of Thieves, but that game's just a mess. It's like not even complete, full of like, I don't know, just weird stuff it wants you to buy.
I don't
It's
know.
just not
It works great for Mixer or not. What was it? Yeah, Mixer and Twitch and all that stuff.
Yeah, but the thing is like there's no, like the game is so repetitive and shallow, and once you like there's nothing to do,
Or-
really.
Mixer's that weird.
What else did
dating
Rare
app,
do?
isn't it?
What's their, like, other one that they're super known for?
Conquer, the DK64, Rare was like big, and then Xbox bought them up, and they just made a bunch of dumb Kinect games. And now they're like, we're back, but they keep making bad games. So
Rare was Conquer?
Yeah.
That was an awesome game. I love
Yeah.
Conquer.
Oh, and Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie.
Okay, yeah. Those games. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude,
They made a
Conquer's bad
bunch of
for you,
good
though.
games.
Love that game.
Live and Reloaded, I played that one more. I never beat it. I really wanted to.
Oh, dude. Okay, so
The game's insane.
how far did you get?
I know I had a file that started at the Great Mighty Pooh, and I think I was just about to get there, but my dumb little child brain couldn't figure out how to like solve some puzzle.
I will throw my tits
Yeah.
at you.
Now you can just use the Google.
Well, I'm sure if I played
Or
it
go
again
to
now.
use the YouTube.
I'm sure if I played it again now, I'd be better.
So
Yeah.
the thing I love about Conquer is it's once again it's a very cartoony kid game, but tells a very adult humor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Has
yeah.
all adult humor to it, and it's just engaging, fun slapstick
Yeah.
gameplay that is making fun of everything that's pop culture.
Yeah.
I mean, everything pop culture. It jumps in there and makes fun of Flintstones. It makes fun of Matrix, Alien.
It's just a ridiculous game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, and I think that's kind of that like beyond good and evil sort of mentality, where it was like it felt like it could be like a kid's game, but it had some mature stuff to
This
it.
game was creepy.
Yeah.
It was creepy.
But it was like stylized like that.
Yeah.
Like right, kind of like more like a computer animated movie or something, right?
Oh, yeah.
But then it had these intense moments and these mature moments to it.
Of like the weird police state, like taking people's minds over. That was
Yeah. I don't know.
I want to replay
I'm
that
curious
game.
about it.
That was a good one.
What else do I have? I'm super excited. I know Jay's not super excited about this, but I'm really excited for Dying Light 2.
Yeah.
I cannot wait. I think that'll be this year, if not the beginning of next year. That one we don't have to wait long for.
I put meh.
love Dying
I
Light.
put meh next to that.
Did you?
I never played that one. I'm interested in it though.
I really keep trying to get your dad to get it so that we can play that together,
Yeah.
because I think
That might
your
be too
dad
intense
loves
for him.
the like customizing of the weapons and all that type of stuff in
Yeah.
it, and that's what Dying
Oh,
Light
yeah.
is.
But the first person parkour might be too much for him.
It's so fun, man. When you
I
get the
don't know.
button rhythm down to do your awesome parkour stuff, you just jam it out.
I
It's
think
sweet.
that's one of those games where my dad's gonna be like, Jack, I need you to help me. Like he made me
well,
do that
I'll play
on
it
that
with him.
racing
You can
one.
do it like Borderlands style, where you play
Yeah.
4 players. You progress everybody's story at the same time. You help
You know, my
each
friends
other
were
out.
playing it together, and I watched the ending for the DLC, and I was like, whoa, It sets it up for a sequel.
Well, the other thing about Dying Light that's awesome is that it has such a distinct day and night cycle. So if you play during the day, you can. I mean, it's like doable, right? And sometimes it's a joke, and like there'll be these walls with spikes on them. They're like a barricade to keep these zombies out of a building, and you can just like stand on the bus and just keep kicking them one after another into that, and just keep looting them and getting whatever, right? You can like cheat the game almost, but then it turns into nighttime. That would never happen. Like, you are so overwhelmed and just taken out that you have to totally go into the nighttime fully prepared to just get bombarded with all sorts of different crap.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
That's really cool. That's a really cool concept for the game.
Yeah, it's like, it is literally night and day difference in difficulty. It's super extreme. It's loads of fun. I love playing that. Me and my brother played all the way through it. I think I'm like halfway through my second playthrough. I treat it like Borderlands. I've played way too much of it.
Did you play the DLC for it?
I have not touched that yet. I'm waiting for my brother.
Okay.
We were supposed to play that at some point.
Yeah.
He's too busy on Fortnite.
Yeah, right? He will not put that
God.
stupid game down.
Game sucks. I hate it so much. Oh, speaking of Fortnite, they're making a Battle Royale mode for Dying Light. I'm
more okay with that. It's okay. I'm okay with it as a mode, but
the
not
market
as
is so
the main
oversaturated
game.
now.
I
It's
just
gonna
don't. It
crash
can't
and
just
burn
be the
soon.
whole game because they are all the same games. They're just all reskinned.
Yeah.
But if it's a mode in the game, that's fine. I don't
That's
really
all Battle
have
Royale
complaints
is
with
for
that.
Fortnite.
It's just a mode. Well, I guess.
But no one plays the other game. in
yeah,
this mode
you have to
anymore.
buy the other one.
See, my roommate plays it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
your
I guess that's the
roommate's
catch.
an
Is
idiot.
I haven't actually bought it. Maybe if I spent a little money on it. What's the other one I have? I totally had the Fallout 76 too.
I have one that it's
Doom
way,
2. Doom
way,
Eternal.
way too early for it
Yeah.
to really go into it, but I'm probably going to be a day one subscriber to, and that's the Jedi Fallen Order.
Really?
What was
I don't know. I think to me that's a filler game.
that? What was that?
It looks like they might be trying to do.
Who makes it? Ubisoft?
I'm not sure who makes it.
EA?
It's probably EA. EA has the rights to Star Wars. I'll look it up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
but
it's got to
it's
be EA.
it looks like it might be going down the Knights of the Old Republic road.
I heard it's supposed to be more like Force Unleashed.
Is it?
Yeah.
See, if that's the case,
But it's like the Jedi side as opposed to the...
all right, let's see if it goes the Force Unleashed way, then I'm not that into it.
Yeah, you want more like RPG.
Although Force Unleashed was great to just go unleash
Yeah.
for 10, 20 minutes and then put the game down and not come back to it for a month.
Yeah. It was a guilty pleasure game.
Yeah, but like when you're talking about you want to go be a knight today, or you want to go
Yeah.
be a cowboy or a whatever, that was totally I'm going to be a Sith Lord in this case, but
Yeah, I'm going to go use the Force today.
I'm going to totally go strangle some Wookiees.
Yeah.
Oh my God! The director of this game was the guy that made God of War 3. So that's a good sign for some action. Yeah, it takes place. It's EA, so whatever. Single player, which makes me. I don't think it's BioWare, or I don't think it was Visceral's game that was canceled. I think we'll see that in the next few years. You guys heard about that, right?
No.
It was like a bounty hunting game where you could work for the Empire or the Rebellion, and it's supposed to be like a single player kind of, or like open world or something, and EA was like, it needs to be more multiplayer focused, which was dumb. So that's when they shut Visceral down. This, I don't know what this single player, multiplayer, but it takes place during the Purge of the Jedi,
Yeah.
Order 66.
Yep.
Which gave me a lot of fun, crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. I thought it said something about Star Killer. I'm like, oh, whoa, is he going to be in this game? No one really knows who the characters in the trailer are. It's just a short cinematic, so yeah.
I don't
a
trust
lot
Star
of
Wars
speculation.
as far as games go anymore. I want to know when
Well,
the EA
that's why I
Star
said
Wars
it's
contract
early.
is up. Yeah, for sure. Like, how long do they have Star Wars?
I think it was up last year, and I think they renewed it.
Oh, God, because even Disney got pissed at them
Yeah,
for what they
Disney
did with
stepped in and
Battlefront
said-
2. They stepped in and were like, dude, quit messing up our stuff.
Disney might replace Star Wars for new, or EA for new Star Wars games, and this is in February. I think really, honestly, a lot of that stuff about Disney was really blown out of proportion because there really wasn't much that Disney did on record about it. And I think that
Yeah,
I guess
on
other
record.
than
they
say
still got a
something.
lot of money from Battlefront 2.
Oh,
so-
yeah.
I was say on record, but somebody in the back office was like, "Hey, this is us.
Yeah.
Do something about it.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I think.
Hey, Ted, this is Bill.
Yeah.
I don't want to be
Their
doing on this conversation.
thing-
Knock it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what he said. Quit it. We'll see. It would be so cool if EA turned around their track record with Star Wars. I would love to see that. Because I would also like to be
I
a
was waiting for
Jedi
you
or whatever.
to do a dude.
Dude.
Yeah, they didn't really say anything. I guess a company called Cinelinx reported that LucasArts was unhappy with EA and was looking to reach out maybe to Ubisoft or
Oh my god.
or Activision. So, but
At least step up or down. Just don't go
Yeah.
evenly across, right?
but there's not
Is
much.
Activision even around still? That had to have been like Battlefront 3 days. Like the first Battlefront.
Well,
Not
the end of this does
not
show
the
that I could date
eventual
single
one.
moms on momsgetnaughty.com. I think that's more interesting than this article. But honestly, I don't think EA makes so much money. They make just a little under Activision Blizzard, which is a merger of like Activision and Blizzard. They make
Really?
the same amount of money. EA is catching
never
up with
would've
them.
figured that.
The only company that makes more is Tencent. It's weird, but it's because they own like all the games in China. They're ridiculous. They're ridiculous. And I think they have the PUBG mobile game, and they get some of the revenue from PUBG in China. China's weird, right? Yeah.
Huh. My last,
Jedi.
there's a crap load of games at E3, but my last one that I'm super excited for, which actually got leaked before E3, is Rage 2.
That looks interesting.
Super excited for Rage 2. I loved the first Rage game.
I don't remember.
First Rage game was just.
You didn't like it?
It looked. I didn't play it. I didn't want to. It just looked so boring and drab.
I think that was the problem with the first Rage game.
What was the Rage game? That
It-
was the...
I think it got accused of being a Borderlands clone, right? Like it takes place in this like wasteland, very
Oh, okay, so I never
Borderlands
played it
like.
then, okay.
Yeah.
No, I meant like the gameplay looked kind of, I don't know, boring, and I heard the plot was really
way
dumb.
prettier than Borderlands.
Oh yeah, they didn't
way
get cel shading.
prettier.
I'm thinking Altered Beast.
It's a
never mind.
shorter game. Altered Beast.
You said Rage. I'm like,
What?
Rage game, like, well, you know, in Altered Beast, you turn into this, like, rage monster.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's
It's
you
not
turn
that.
into a
It's
werewolf.
not that. It's not
you turn
Altered
into a
Beast.
werewolf.
It's not
in Altered
Rampage.
Beast.
None of
Yeah,
those.
that's
yeah.
what I was.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, what is this? I don't know what this is.
Oh, that's right. They made a Rampage movie. Ugh.
Yeah. Rock. It's got to be good. Only if it co-stars Vin Diesel.
Oh my god.
As the
They're not making movies anymore. The Rock cannot deal with Vin Diesel. That's what he said.
Really.
He's out. I guess he's out of the franchise. He's going to do the one with Statham, where it's just them two as the spin-off, and then he's out.
Really?
It's like I can't deal with him. He's like he's great. The franchise is awesome, but I cannot work with that guy.
I can't be the number one in the front
it up.
lines, so if the face isn't on me, then I can't be there.
Yeah, I guess.
Because The Rock ain't... No, never mind.
I bet you could go get Rage the first game for like $10, like dirt cheap in a Walmart $5
Do I
bin
want
or
to,
10.
though?
I think it's loads of fun. I don't understand why people just kept saying it was this clone game.
Is it a
I don't think it
first-person
ever...
shooter?
No. Yes, it's first person. It is Borderlands. It's kind of Borderlands-esque. There's
Because
not as
Borderlands,
much emphasis
I
on the
can't
looting.
play a lot of.
Yeah, it does the same thing to you. You get Walter about it.
I don't know if I get Walter, but it doesn't hold me in there. You know, it doesn't give me... I can't...
And I think when I played the first Rage, if I remember right, I don't think it was like multiplayer like that. Like I don't think you could play it online.
The only thing you could do is with the races online,
Yeah, and I wasn't into that.
but
The,
that wasn't.
No.
Yeah.
I say
I don't know. I thought it was fun. I really enjoyed the first one.
a staple of the older shooters was a story, and that's what I played for.
Yeah, this one was more about that. It was
Okay.
more like a single player game that you played through, got to do a story. It had some BS multiplayer stuff, but it
Well,
did
maybe
kind of
it
feel
did.
like this filler game, but I feel like it never got the credit it deserved. I really liked the first one. It just was immediately assumed it was this, like, they're just trying to mimic games that are already out type thing. But it did it well, so I liked it.
So what, you know,
I think, in a way, I kind of think of it
copying's
as like,
the highest form of flattery, so...
I guess, yeah. I kind of thought of it a little bit like Dying Light, where it was like this sleeper hit, where unless you actually picked it up and played it, you didn't really realize how much fun it was, and it was easy to pass over.
I don't know. All I know is that I probably won't play the first one, but the new one looks ridiculous. It's like Doom meets Mad Max meets
Borderlands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very colorful. Like all the paint they wear, like the war paint, and like I don't know, it just looks like it's so many things at once, and it looks like it does them all so well.
Yeah, I'd heard this one's supposed to be more of a post-apocalyptic world.
Yeah.
So it's like part 2 of the first one, right?
You can
It's like what happens after a
post-apocalyptic
post-apocalyptic world.
You can drive every vehicle in the game, and you can like I watched gameplay of where he like popped out of one, had it hit a guy, like did like a double jump, and then it was like flying through the air and threw his like boomerang at someone, cut their head off, and called
Yeah,
like
it's not.
This is not selling
Not
Jay on
selling
it
it
at all. He's
This
gonna
is
hate
selling
this
me.
game.
it's like Doom but more colorful. Also, Doom Eternal. That game looks.
He's into it.
Dude,
Clearly.
Doom was such a good game. It was such a good game, and I'm really hyped for the new one because it takes place on Earth.
Nice. Do you guys have a last E3 anything you want to comment on?
I think we
before
covered
we wrap
all.
it up.
Smash Bros.
Covered what I was looking at. A
Yeah.
couple of the Switch things look kind of cool, like when they were
Like Smash Bros?
showing off the
Smash Bros?
puzzle or the Mario puzzle game thing where they had the 2 screens together and then.
Like Party? Was that Mario
Yeah.
Party?
Yeah, it's Mario Party.
I
yeah.
guess some of the other Mario parties, you all move as one like team, one unit, in like a cart together. So this is
Well, I just thought it was
yeah.
cool the way that it's like.
yeah,
You just take this switch over here and flip it around this way. All of a sudden, the map changes and everybody's got.
but now it's like classic where you all move individually again. But yeah, the new games look interesting.
Yeah.
They utilize the Switch well.
The last one I do want to just note that is a totally free game. I don't know if you guys heard about it,
Ooh.
but we played
Ooh.
Life is Strange. We
Yes.
liked it, right?
Yes.
There's a free game coming out, The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit. Comes out on the
Oh, yes, I
26th
forgot
of
to
this
mention
month.
that. I forgot to
You
mention
can
that.
go get it for free.
Yes.
It actually looks kind of cool. It looks like a kid.
It's a kid who finds out he has powers, and rather than like being freaked out about it and trying to kill your best friend,
Yeah.
decides to embrace the superhero side of it.
Yeah, and it seems like it does this really cool transition from like the real world to his imagination
Yes.
as things are going on. It looks pretty cool, and it's totally free.
I might get it.
I looked it up. I'm pretty sure it's free for any system you can get it on, and it comes out on the 26th of this month. So I thought that was super cool, worth noting because we liked Life is Strange. It
Yes,
was
Life is
not a
Strange
game we would have ever
No.
downloaded or played if it wouldn't have been that it was a free game.
Exactly.
So
It was awesome.
I think it's also worth checking out.
I say Twin Mirror. Twin Mirror is the other one that they're doing.
Yeah, that game
That
looked interesting.
It did look interesting, and because it's them, I'm probably going to check it out.
Yeah.
Oh, they also Don't Nod made this new game called Vampire. I don't know if you guys heard of it.
I think
You're like a
sounds
doctor
so
in
familiar.
London during a plague or whatever, and a vampire bites you. So it's this whole weird thing of like balancing, do you break the Hippocratic Oath and feast upon the blood, or do you help the people and like
sounds very early 2000s.
yeah, it looks interesting,
I was gonna say.
but it's like cool vampires
I say
Yeah.
with capes,
end of
trench coats.
end of middle school, beginning of high school. I was so done by that time with vampires and werewolves. It was just
What
like,
about zombies? Ooh, segue.
And-
Days Gone.
Screwed
I
up.
don't know.
Ugh, no.
The more I see it, the more I'm like, come on, just polish it up. Just make it look
Yeah,
a
we'll
little
see.
prettier.
Well, it's been pushed back. Again, push it back as long as you're spending time making it look
It's
good.
been pushed back to February 22nd,
Yeah, we'll see.
which is when Anthem, that, and Metro, the new Metro game, is going to be released.
I'm kind of on that one too. I got the other two for free. I played them both because they were free.
They're-
And they were
I'm-
fun.
I'm playing them like super hard, immersive mode where you like don't have any HUD, and I'm playing it in Russian. It's one of the hardest games I've ever played.
Hence his brew. That's what
Yeah.
motivated all of
Oh,
it.
no kidding.
I should
I
buy a
love
bunch
that it
of
was
those
red,
and just
by the
slam
way.
through
It
the rest
needed
of the
to be
first
red.
one.
Clearly.
Yeah.
How could
With
it be?
all the
Speaking of-
yellow, that is awesome. That is so just like blatantly. I don't know if it's offensive.
Have you-
Is
have
it
you-
offensive to Americans or Russians? What's going on here? Somebody's offended by this. I know it.
It's offensive to the communists.
Yeah, right.
Get hammered and sickled.
Yeah.
Right. There's so
There's
much stuff
there's
on
so
it.
much on there. Yeah.
Where is it? Is a brew worth standing in line for?
Yeah.
I want to see Dolph Lundgren drink one of those.
Yeah.
I will
Segue
break you.
into my review. It's
Yeah,
like
let's do it. Let's wrap 'em up.
extremely carbonated lemonade. I think that's what it was. I looked it up. And a lot of
Red
people-
lemonade.
Or
It
no,
just
like
tastes like lemonade. Didn't have any red flavor.
red. No, that's good. It's good that it was just not like bombarded with weird flavors. It was just heavily carbonated. If you don't like that, let it sit out for a bit, let it mellow down. But I like the way it was like.
But it was just lemonade, though. It didn't have any red anything in there. It was just
Other
colored
than
red.
Food coloring.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. Did it have like a fruit punch flavor?
Well, it almost tasted
Did it have like a cherry flavor.
It might have been a little blood orangey. I couldn't tell though. There was just a lot going on, but I think it worked together really well.
No, I think it's awesome. That just makes it more offensive,
Yeah.
right? It's
And
purely
with the
red
bottle,
to
like,
capitalize.
With the taste, I would say it was 7.5, but with the bottle, that makes it an 8. Like,
oh,
it's just-
easy. Yes,
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Like
yeah.
One of the better drinks I've had, much better than the ranch one.
Again,
which I
I'm
wish,
sold on a nice
I
package.
wish the ranch
Hey,
one
did
would
you hear that?
disappear.
It's much better than the ranch one.
Yeah, right. That's the new
0.5. It's so much better than that.
Yeah.
Nice. I like that. That's
Dude,
the new
it got
garbage.
0.8. It's
Yeah.
so much better than that.
Which is right here, by the way, and it will forever be on this table.
I
To
don't
Hot
like that.
Jack.
I don't like that. I can
Dude, if
still
there's only
taste
way
it.
I wonder if we can like write them and just order that smell.
Just that.
Oh my god, I could smell
get
it.
just
I'm gonna
that
try to
on
come
my
up with some way to
stash.
make a little Jack figure and just have him in the bottle.
Just
Just put him in there,
submerged forever.
just like on his hands on the sides.
that
like,
is
let me
that is
out.
hell. That is hell.
Maybe
for
the
me.
little standing in a little puddle of vomit. That'll be him in there.
Oh my god. I didn't know that.
It's too real. It's too real.
I didn't know what hell was, but apparently, yeah, that's it.
Apparently, it tastes like ranch.
It's hell bottled. That did not taste like ranch.
It tastes like
No.
rotten ranch.
It tastes like Alka-Seltzer. It was
was
so
just-
bad.
I would rather
So
I would
bad.
rather
It
have
was bad.
drank in ranch than that.
Maybe.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I would. I would totally open a bottle of Hidden Valley and just. I hate ranch.
Yeah. Like, am I done?
What do we think of our brew, Jay?
It's okay.
The brew.
It's not too bad. It definitely got better as it went.
Yep.
Got way better as it went. The harsh bitter mellowed out considerably,
Yes.
and the tangerine flavor came to the forefront. As far as an IPA goes, it had the right amount of malt flavor and body to it, and it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too great. It was a decent beer.
That's kind of how I feel about it. I'm okay with it. Would I go out and buy this again right away? I don't think
I'm
so.
not going to.
If somebody had it, I would not turn it down.
If I'm going to buy a Red Hook, it's not going to be this.
Yeah.
I'll probably get a Big Ballard.
Don't give you a right hook, bro.
Or a long hammer, because that was one of your
I was
favorites.
going to say, well, Longhammer was one of my favorites, but it was like my go-to.
Yeah.
It was my
Goku's third son.
It was my. It was. It was my beer fridge beer, because at the time it was cheap, and
Yeah.
now it's not cheap. So
Yeah. I think I would get this. So the reason why there were two missing, and that's because my wife and her friend had one. And if it means my wife will drink beer with me, then I would totally get this again. If it's just me
Okay.
that's going to drink it, I might pick something else. And I might pick something my wife would totally not drink, so I get to drink it all. But I like that this is a nice hangout with my wife beer.
gotcha.
So I got to give it a little bit of extra credit for that, because she
What
did like
what
it.
you're saying is you can use her to help you get the lawn mowed with this.
Right? Yes. That will help. Beer always makes mowing the lawn easier. I'm gonna, if I had to put a number on it, I do agree it got better as it warmed up. It was very abrasive when it was cold.
Yes.
It was like 2 beers almost. Like it transitioned that harsh, right? It feels more like it's mellowed out and it's 1 beer now. But it's still not my total favorite. Man, I'm going to give it like, because I could drink it with my wife, I'm going to give it a little extra. So I'm going to give it a 6.5.
I went 6.25, so
Okay. That was
My
my little
wife.
extra, right?
Yep.
I was right in that wheelhouse.
Dude, you're extra, Marcus.
Nailed it! You're extra, Jack.
You're extra, Marcus. Idiot.
we don't need any
You're
more
extra Mark.
Marcus or Jack. So
Right? Be careful what you ask for over there. Because I'll give it to you.
I'm so extra.
anyway,
Oh my God.
to all the nerds,
Anyway, to all the nerds.
through all the fuzz,
Bottoms up.
Let's get
Nerdbuzzed.
Talking
Take it real,
about
keep it easy.
beer,
And stay nerdy.
talking about nerd
And go to our Twitter and our
culture.
Facebook and go to
Nerdbuzz.
our website, which is nerdbuzz.com.
Marcus and Jeremiah. You're on Nerdbuzz.
Go to nerdbuzz.com.
loud.
Right? Just go to nerdbuzz.com. You can listen to all our stuff free.
Let's get
Totally
Nerdbuzz.
free. No commercials.
There wasn't so much equipment over there that wasn't
Just
yours.
too much